We take a more detailed look at Marvel Superhero Island in another Focus on Islands of Adventure episode on episode 310 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello everyone, I'm your host for this episode. I am Lee. I was going to try and come up with superhero alter egos for us all, but I couldn't think of any, so I didn't bother. So joining me is Tracy.
Hello everyone.
Podcast girl. There we go, we'll give you that one.
Podcast girl. Wow. Lame.
And of course, Chris.
I'm Batman.
Oh, that's the wrong one. You can't have that. That's DC. Darren is still suffering from a poorly throat.
He is.
But joining us is Marvel Superhero Island superfan, and this is his real name.
So cool.
Darrell Xavier. Hey, Darrell.
Xavier. There are no eggs in it. Xavier.
Xavier. Yeah, but that's a northern thing in me. Xavier, sorry.
And unfortunately, no, I'm not Charles's son.
Well, you beat me to it. I was just going to ask that question. Do you have mental telepathy, though?
Yeah, I have a whole range of powers.
Don't tell him what I'm thinking right now.
Okay, I'll tell you after the show.
Okay, awesome. Right. So, unlike our previous focuses on Islands of Adventure, which have been on Port of Entry, we've got a bit more to talk about in Marvel Superhero Island, such as attractions and shops and restaurants. But we're going to leave them until, because I think we'll quite easily get 3 or 4 episodes out of Marvel Superhero Island. We've got some guests lined up, hoping to get some more lined up. But I think we'll concentrate specifically on the island itself, kind of like we did with Port of Entry, just look at the theming of the island itself. So before we get into our sort of round-table discussion, we shall begin with a little bit of history. And Darren's not here, so I will take his first one. So, of course, Marvel Superhero Island opened at Universal Islands of Adventure with the opening of the park in 1999, and it was the first land you encounter as you move clockwise around the park. But the area was not originally supposed to be based on Marvel characters.
Oh no, it wasn't, as we know. Yes, the 2 areas either side of Port of Entry were originally supposed to be based on the DC characters Superman and Batman.
So Chris wasn't far out then.
I know. With Marvel Island being themed to Gotham City and the main attraction being a penguin-themed roller coaster.
Now, once this deal broke down, the deal with an In Dire Straits Marvel company was done and was signed on March 22nd, 1994. This contract stipulated that MCA will construct a complex of attractions, stores, and food venues heavily themed around the Marvel properties under the Marvel Universe banner at the second gate.
And the attractions that opened with the land back in 1999 were the Incredible Hulk Coaster, Doctor Doom's Fear Fall,
And a first-of-its-kind motion-based 3D dark ride, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man.
Superman?
No, that's because Tracy was talking about Superman, and I'm
Oh,
just so
that's right.
grateful that it became Marvel, not DC.
Blame
What?
me.
Anyway,
Stormforce Acceleratron didn't open with the park. It opened in May 2000.
a whopping 19 years later, these rides are still there as part of modern-day Marvel Superhero Islands, but back in 2012, Spider-Man was given a new 4K re-rendered film and new soundtrack. And in 2016, the Incredible Hulk Coaster reopened, having been retracked and given a new entrance facade, queue line, and even an onboard audio soundtrack created by Fall Out Boy's own Patrick Stump.
Oh, I approve.
No.
I like a bit of Fall Out Boy. I can't believe the 4K was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was one of the first bonus episodes we ever did of this podcast was the announcement that they were doing that. And I think at the time it was Jimmy Neutron closing to become Despicable Me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, that's the sort of history around it, a brief sort of plotting of it, because there's a lot more to it. It was a deal that at that time, Marvel needed it desperately. And when you look at what the impact it's having on Marvel Superhero Island today is quite an interesting one. I'm sure we'll get that at some point. But what I wanted to sort of talk about first was just the theming of the land, kind of like we did with Port of Entry, to just discuss the land as a whole, and I also think we need to split it into how it would have looked when it opened, and then obviously discuss how that land sits in Islands of Adventure in the current day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Darrell, you're our sort of Marvel superhero super fan. And this isn't something you can specifically sort of talk about because you're very much a newbie.
Yeah. Only been the last 2 years, although we went over several days. It wasn't literally just 2 days, but the last 2 years. Although having seen something on the TV when I was knee high to a grasshopper, it's a place I had wanted to go for years and years and years. And then eventually at the age of 39, I got to go.
Yay!
You really are a newbie. I thought I was old when I went for the first time.
But just has the complete capability. It doesn't matter. Part of its beauty is it doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah.
It will reduce you to a 10-year-old kid.
Absolutely agree.
I think that's Islands of Adventure as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll go back first off because Chris, you're probably the one that'll have seen Islands, have seen Marvel Superhero back in the day.
Yeah.
Comparing it to how it feels now, how did it feel back then as an area in a brand new theme park?
I mean, how did it feel back then to me as a kid coming in there? Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. I was a huge Marvel fan, so I used to watch the X-Men cartoons. I had comic books. I had the cards. I was all into it. So seeing this come to life in a theme park was, mind-blowing to me at the time. And the theming at that time, I think fit perfectly fine with the year, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. At that time we didn't have, all what Marvel is today, right? We didn't have like that idea and perception of how characters are and look and storylines and all that. We were going based off of the comics and the animated series that was on TV and everything. So those, I think the park kind of really fit in line with everything that we had for Marvel at that time.
Yeah, the thing is that when you go to these theme parks, it's bringing the IP that you're talking about from the screen or the page into 3D actuality.
Yeah.
For someone who's not who sort of didn't grow up with those cartoons and comics and stuff, Darrell and Chris, obviously you two really did. Does it feel exactly what you would wanted it to have been?
Yeah, I think it does for me. I grew up reading the comics. Through a good friend at school, I picked up my first X-Men comic when I was 14. And then got into, we're talking back in the days of taping things on TV.
Oh, yes.
VHS versus Betamax. Got into the cartoon, and the cartoon, even in itself, although nowadays you look back at the animation and it's not that fantastic, but it was the first time that, pretty much. But it's the first time that these characters and the stories that you've heard in the comic books and even the crossovers were brought to life on screen way before the movies and anything like that. So to see it there physically in front of you is, wow, yeah, I'm on a comic book street.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And then, of course, the X-Men come out and you cry some more. But yeah, even things like looking on YouTube at the character meets, and sorry if I'm digressing, Lee.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's just a chat.
Yeah. It's somebody in a costume, but when you're there in person, it is absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Even the actors that play the characters know their backstory. They know. I remember last year, Cyclops jumping in on a photo op that's usually only two of the other characters, and just having this entire conversation about the whole Cyclops was right storyline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, you do actually know your stuff. Yeah. And Storm was disagreeing with him, Rogue was chipping in as well. I was like, I am in absolute heaven. While there's an angry face of other visitors in front waiting to have their photo taken, and then the photo op closed, and I've just skipped off.
Well, that's the thing, Chris. I know from you doing the character meet and greet that there's still, those characters are still in there. Was it Storm you had a conversation with briefly about Black Panther?
Yeah. They do know their their storylines, and they were completely in character. Like, they did not jump out of it, and they were pretty good at kind of responding to things that I would tell them. It was it was fun interacting with those guys.
Yeah.
Definitely something Darrell would love to do, I'm pretty sure.
The characters are a weird one in the park, aren't they? Because I think sometimes it can be awkward. We've been out with the kids, and it's those sort of the for want of a better word, the Disney ones with like Mickey Mouse and that, they're awkward.
Yeah.
Whereas you walk into Marvel Superhero Island and they are face characters, so you can actually have a conversation with them, and it makes it so much better.
I agree.
And you can see their faces, and you can see the expression behind their eyes.
Yeah.
Apart from Cyclops, obviously.
You wouldn't want to see that expression.
No. but even last year, because Cyclops is my favorite character, so I had a Cyclops t-shirt on, which I didn't think much about, but he was like raving about it.
I've just been looking at your picture on Facebook, actually. Of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not stalking.
No.
And then even going through to Wolverine, who told me that it was the biggest waste of money that he'd ever seen.
And that's a good thing that you get those.
Yeah.
This is what I love about Universal over Disney, that you get those characters that can be less than
Disney.
theme park friendly. Yeah.
Somebody in a costume,
To go down that alley, I was before the show, I was doing a little bit of YouTubing around on Marvel Superhero Island just to kind of refresh a couple things. And one of the things that stood out to me, which I never really interacted with much before, is the Green Goblin over there.
Yes.
And there's this video on YouTube. If you look it up, just a random person put it up. It's like a cut up of different Green Goblin. I'm assuming it's the same guy just going around doing bad things to people. It's hilarious. The guy even he went to go take a picture with a mom and a child, and they're there posing, and some guy just not paying attention is about to get in the way with his girlfriend in front of the camera, and he just goes ballistic on him, screaming, "Hey, don't you see her taking the picture?" and scares him away, and then goes back to take the picture with the family. It's awesome.
Oh, that's funny.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he called me a loser the last time we were there, because we know a good friend of the Green Goblin,
yeah.
so I shouted that this person said hello, and he just turned around and did the L on his forehead at me. Cheers for that. Brilliant. But Tracy, you haven't said much so far. Marvel Superhero Island.
Put me on the spot, why don't you?
Well, it's supposed to be. We're all supposed to be. It's a round
yes,
table.
but I am the polite one.
Don't be polite, just jump in.
Or at least give me that. But no, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking that with it being 90 now and the park was open and all this was being built, we hadn't had as many of the movies, had we?
Any?
No, not at all.
So we've got it's straight from the pages of comic books.
Yeah.
Because I think if it had come later, when the movies had started coming out, it would have looked very different. I think it would have been more cinematic universe.
I don't necessarily know whether they'd have got that contract at that point.
Well, no, that's what I was just about to say, but then again, they wouldn't have had the contract. But I love the fact that you do feel, especially I'm really getting into comic books now, and I love the feeling of you're stepping into the pages of a comic book.
Yeah, comic book. It does feel like
even
a comic.
down to the road surface and the pavement. It's that colouring that's like how you see it coloured in the comic books.
Yeah.
You know, it's so immersive.
Yeah.
You know.
And even the simplicity of the shop names like Fruit and Comics.
Yeah.
Because when you read in a comic book, that they're always in the background, and that's what you see.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a store name, it's got to be descriptive.
Yeah. Like cotton candy.
So even that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's interesting looking back that obviously when they signed that deal, Marvel wasn't a huge deal at that point. Not like it is now.
No.
Yet they obviously believed that Marvel was a big enough draw into Islands of Adventure that they put it, you think the Hulk, you can hear, you can see it from, or you could hear it from outside the park. It's, you can see it walking up to Islands of Adventure, up Port of Entry, and it's the thing that's going to draw you to that side of the park. So even at a time when Marvel wasn't massive, they still felt it was a big enough draw to put it right at the front of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And just visually as well, it's just stunning. It just looks the absolute part. It really does. They set out to create a comic book street, and they have, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
without a
sometimes to its detriment. I think I've commented on the show before that I feel the entrance to Spider-Man is a little understated. When people talk about the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, it's usually followed by the greatest attraction in the world.
Yeah.
Yet the entrance to it's very nondescript. I actually know people
like
who've been
it.
to that park
Yeah, can't
and walked
find
past it and didn't know it was there. Believe it or
It's
not.
about 100 foot high. How can you miss that?
But it's not like you look
right in front of it.
Yeah, but you walk in and the Hulk's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the outside of
I
a
get you.
building.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spider-Man.
You're walking into the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, very
This is
true.
it. That's what I was
exactly.
gonna say. It is you are walking to a newspaper office.
Yes.
Now, speaking of Spider-Man, has anybody seen the red webbed flag?
No.
No, and I have
don't
not
think
got
so,
that
no.
in my hidden
Oh
details.
no, I've got
here.
plenty of things that aren't in there. And this is my own research. This is what I've found, not what I've got from somebody else.
Okay.
So there's nobody else to credit but me. These are from my own photographs. And things that I was remembering, I've had to go back through today and look through my photographs to make sure I'd got my facts right and stuff like that. So you know where the Superman store is, the exit to the ride?
Superman.
It's Darrell's fault. I'm blaming Darrell.
Your fault.
He threw me under the bus earlier. I'm dragging him with me. The Spider-Man store.
Yes.
This is, on the top of there is a flag and it's red with white web on it.
Oh, awesome.
So there you go.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I found when I was doing some research for this episode that I didn't even see in that park. I have to go back and go look for these things.
There used to be
Photographs aren't interactive yet, I'm afraid.
back in the day, 2004, 2005, there used to be a website. There was actually a podcast for a while called IOA Central. And I always remember coming back from our first trip over there and being obsessed with Islands of Adventure. And they wrote an article that was a real in-depth look of Marvel Superhero Island. And Eric Yates and Rachel Yates, who now run Behind the Thrills, it was their website. And unfortunately, it's not there anymore. And I've tried to find it in the Wayback Machine. I couldn't. But it was an exhaustive list of all the little hidden details and things that I cannot find it anywhere. But there are a hell of a lot of hidden things in there, which we will get to later.
I was going to say, one of the things that I like, and you're saying sometimes you feel it's a bit over-themed, but it's even little things like the manhole covers.
See, no, I love them.
And that to me is just, because it's little things like that if that's not right, that pulls me out.
Yeah.
You know, so you are actually in that realm.
Because there is one at the entrance to Marvel Superhero Island, and there is one at the exit of Marvel Superhero Island. I will categorically state now when, and I will say when, not if, that deal gets sorted out with Disney, and Disney get the theme park rights to Marvel back, and Marvel Superhero Island becomes something else, because I'm sorry, Darrell, it will happen at some point in the future.
Sadly.
Over my dead body.
It will happen. It is definitely a when, not if. They better sell those manhole covers in Williams of Hollywood Prop Shop, because I want one.
They would make nice earrings.
Oh, amazing.
Now, bringing it up to modern day, the theming of that land is very different looking at it through 2018 eyes, because Marvel is a very different thing now. People, you mentioned Marvel to people and they instantly go to the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that they've done recently that, Darrell, you mentioned in the history bit at the beginning, that they retracked the Hulk, they did a new queue for it, and they did a new entrance for it. And they brought it up to a bit more into that cinematic universe. I know they've changed the character costumes out of Captain America and Spider-Man a little bit to be more like the cinematic universe. And I know they're not allowed to use it, but they are more in that theme now. The Hulk statue outside of the Hulk coaster is a little bit more in keeping with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, I expected them to go through the rest of the island and do that. If they don't, how do you... And Chris, you chime in. Well, everyone, again, this is just a roundtable discussion. How do you feel that the theming of that land sits in 2018?
I think it does need, and I did say this the first time that we went when I'd finished crying, that some parts are a little outdated, such as Stormforce Acceleratron.
Yeah.
It pains me to say it, but yeah, it's desperately out of date. Yeah, I think some of the costumes, particularly the X-Men, are quite current. I think, and I don't know if it's only because I've been 2 years on the trot, but I think it sits quite well. The thing that annoys me about the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that everybody instantly thinks of the Avengers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it really grinds my gears. And when we went into the comic books, into the store, I was looking at the merchandise thinking, yeah, I've got to buy something. I've got to take something back to England with me. And I came away with a T-shirt purely because it had a cross of all the different Marvel characters on. So Avengers, X-Men, Black Panther, whereas everything else before that was just the Marvel logo with the Avengers on.
Right.
Which is very annoying because there's a whole history before that. So, yeah, it's all about the rights and ownership that confuses everything. It's all about the money at the end of the day, isn't it?
It is. It's such an
Sadly,
awkward.
yes.
It's such an awkward situation with it
Yeah.
now because they can only do. I mean, there's rumors going around for a while that they were going to build an Avengers attraction in there because, as far as I'm aware, with the contract, Universal can do new rides and attractions in it, but Disney have to give them the say so. But they can't just turn around and go no. Because I know it's something to do with Universal have to keep the land up to a standard that Disney see fit that suits the Marvel brand.
Yeah.
So it's an interest who set that bar that yes, it is well kept or it isn't.
Yeah, because if Marvel, what is it, Disney sabotages it, doesn't do any good for Disney either.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just that weird place at the moment where kids are going to Orlando wanting to meet Marvel characters.
Yeah.
They have to go to Universal. Yeah. It's like, why does it say Disney on all the films we've got? Yet.
Yeah.
We're having to go to Universal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's all a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. Like, I think with the where it stands today in 2018, ride wise, I think it's pretty up to date without Stormforce.
Yeah.
Because it is a dated ride. I mean, it's just a little extra ride there, right? Just to take up some space, take up some people, right?
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man holds up amazingly till today.
Yes, without a doubt.
That's
No pun
a
intended.
20-year-old attraction.
Yeah,
at this
when
point.
you consider they've built virtually a copycat attraction in the next park on a different franchise speaks to how good the level of that attraction still is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that holds up, amazingly. Hulk is a coaster. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. In reference to the land and theming and everything in there, my personal feeling on that is I don't think you could go and partially do upgrades to that land.
Right.
And the reason why is because that land, screams a certain type of Marvel franchise, a certain type of, genre, generation, whatever you want to call it, right? It'd be very difficult to go in and throw Deadpool in there, for example, or go in and update costumes on some of them that, match maybe the Avengers movies, right? But then leave the others and then still have this other outdated land in there. I think for what it is, it does its job. If you were going to update it, you'd have to do the entire thing and bring it to today's
sweet.
Exactly, which is not going to happen.
No.
No, what worries me is you're going to get families who go to Islands of Adventure and the kids want to go meet the Marvel characters and ride the Marvel rides and then come out of that land going, well, that wasn't Marvel. What the hell was that?
Yeah. Well, that's when you need good parents to show them the old Marvel stuff too.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're all the same characters, just shown in a different... Because that Spider-Man ride, when you look at the characters and stuff, and I think it holds up incredibly well.
And the technology as well.
Yeah. And a lot of them are in their original sort of 80s and 90s costumes.
Yep.
Yeah, but they don't look out of place.
No, not at all. No. It's what you would expect from a comic book.
Yeah, you don't ride that ride feeling, this is a little odd. It feels like 1985.
Yeah. It doesn't feel outdated in the
Not at all.
slightest.
Not at
No.
all. And I still think it looks pretty cool, actually. I like it. It's one of those lands as well and we haven't discussed it yet. Once the sun starts to go down
it's stunning.
and the neon lights come on,
Yeah.
it's stunning.
Best if you're not distracted by a child falling off a curb.
No, but it's again, we were discussing before we started recording tonight that the parks are only just starting to stay open later now. So a lot of people won't necessarily get to see a Marvel Superhero Island lit up.
Yeah.
When it's at its best. Arguably, theme parks look their best at night.
Yeah, I think it's when that's the time when you get a chance to just stop and breathe instead of running around like maniacs for 10 hours.
Yeah, I agree.
And appreciate it and actually stop and look and notice things that you haven't noticed because you've been going from one queue line to another perhaps, or one meet and greet to another. So it's that time when you stop and you breathe and you look at it and you just think, God, I'm here and this is incredible.
I also think that a different lighting pattern, because you're now got different, that makes you see different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. And this is one of my favourite lands when it's dark, though.
Okay.
Oh, it really is. It's
not a land that you really talk about ever.
Not really, no, but
I don't think we. It's like you talk about Spider-Man, but the land itself's kind of...
I think it's because I feel that I'm the Zeus person, so that's where that and Port of Entry, they're my places to defend.
Chris, obviously you go a lot more than the rest of us. Discussing what we've just talked about, with it being a sort of weird juxtaposition to what people think Marvel is and what Marvel Superhero Island is. Have you seen any drop in the numbers of people in that area?
Not really.
Still heaving all the time?
It's still, it's still packed. The Hulk still gets, up there with wait times.
Yep.
I think, again, that is the first island that most people go into, right? They don't go right, they go left. They see that Hulk coaster, they're going straight for it. And then you have the rest of the flow of traffic kind of going through the park. So I don't think that, people are going there less because of the new Marvel movies that are out and saying, this doesn't really interest me, right? I still think that they see this and like, this is cool. Let's go enjoy it, all that kind of stuff. And, I think it would hold up itself because you still, like I was saying earlier, the rides still hold up very well, right? If we're talking about outdated rides now that just, are either boring or, just don't make any sense, then maybe you'd probably see, less attendance there. But no, you still have the Hulk, you still have Spider-Man and, a great light package at nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the thing, that it has got two of the best attractions in that park. One of them you can see from all around City Walk. So yeah, people are still going to go in there and hopefully go in and go, it's not what I think Marvel is now, but it's a pretty cool land.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And even as you guys and Chris said before as well, every time you go, you see something different.
Hey guys, Michelle and Robin here from Mouse Muggle Travel Company. Sorry to interrupt this awesome episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
We promise not to bore you this time.
So, blah, 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 we sell vacation packages.
And blah, 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 we're experts on Universal and Disney destinations.
And blah, 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 our services are free to you.
But what you might not know, we're just a couple of super cool ladies who like to have fun and know all of the tips and tricks to make your vacation all you had dreamed it would be.
You can learn more about us at mousemuggle.com and fill out a quick quote request form while you're there.
Just be sure to let us know you heard about us from the UUOP. And remember, whether you're a mouse
or a muggle, Mouse the Muggle Travel Company can help make your next vacation simply magical.
So, right, yes. So that's, the theme, and it's a very different land to Port of Entry. When we did our focus piece on Port of Entry, it's very beautiful and very serene, and this is it's a complete 180.
Oh, it's a completely different energy
from that. Absolutely. And I want to talk a bit more about what gives it that energy a little bit later. But, we were talking about the theme, and one of the biggest elements of Marvel Superhero Island are those huge character cutouts.
Uh-huh.
So I decided I was going to drag our YouTube video up and go through and try and document all those exterior characters. Now, I know there's some inside. One of them we'll mention a bit later. But the ones on the outside of the buildings, because I don't know whether... I've never seen anyone do like a comprehensive list of all those characters. Now, Darrell has assured me that he knows his Marvel characters very, very well. So we are going to read out
No pressure.
the
obviously.
the superhero names, and Darrell is going to give us their actual names.
Oh.
We'll try.
So we're going to tell you where they are and what they are. So obviously this one's not a cardboard cutout, but I will put it there, obviously in front of the Incredible Hulk coaster. You can see that awesome sculpture of the Incredible Hulk, also known as
Bruce Banner.
or David Banner, depending on
Yeah, which universe you're in.
Version. Yeah.
that was the Ang
And we
Lee
all
one,
know.
wasn't it?
Ding ding.
I don't know what happened to him, don't we?
I like the Ang Lee version.
I like the 1970s TV show, but
That's terrible.
my mother told me about it.
With that horrible black wig.
Yeah. How do you know about my mother's horrible black wig?
Sorry, Mrs. Tracy.
Funny thing is,
Don't worry, she doesn't listen.
to anything. I can't stop laughing now.
You're chuffed with yourself there, aren't you?
Oh my god! Right, so Cafe 4, Cafe. That's just really northern. Cafe 4. We have Mr. Fantastic,
Who is Reed Richards,
Invisible Girl.
who is now Invisible Woman. She has grown up.
Oh bless her, boobs came in.
And she's Susan Storm.
The Thing
Ben Grimm,
and the Human Torch.
who is Invisible Woman's brother, and that's Johnny Storm.
Also known as Captain America. Oh no.
He got rid of the flames.
Yeah.
Storm Force Acceleratron. Storm,
Surprise, surprise.
right?
One of my probably top 5 favourite characters, Storm, is Aurora Monroe, who grew up on the streets as a pickpocket because she was an orphan.
Oh, so he knows his stuff. This
I
one
do,
I'm
and-
quite interested because I don't know whether he has an alter ego. But out on the cotton candy store, we will find the Silver Surfer.
You will, and he does have a real name. His real name, as mentioned in the film, is Norrin Rad.
Ah. I have not seen that film for a long time. And it's not that good anyway, so.
No, it's not.
At the arcade, we have Kingpin.
Kingpin is Wilson Fisk, New York's crime overlord, basically.
See, I would like to see Marvel Superhero and get a Netflix overhaul and bring all the Netflix original Marvel stuff into that. It would be so awesome.
Yeah, could work. It won't work, Lee, but it could.
So in the Marvel Alterniverse store, we have Professor X, which is, I think, your professor degree.
And Professor X is, obviously, that's who the X-Men are named after because he founded them. His real name is Charles Xavier, not my dad. I would like him to be my dad. That would be cool.
Which one? Patrick
Wolverine.
Stewart or can't think of his name. Who's the other one? Scottish guy.
James McAvoy.
Yeah.
James McAvoy.
McAvoy.
Oh, come on. No, Stuart.
Yeah.
Got to be.
Yeah.
They're both bald.
All right.
And one of them has an actual accent.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Wolverine.
Wolverine, a lot of people know him as Logan, but that was a name that he adopted when he retreated to hide from a few things. But his actual birth name is James Howlett.
Oh, I did not know that.
Neither did I.
Yeah, also referenced in one of the films.
Okay.
Interesting. And Rogue.
Rogue, probably a fascinating fact for you, or it might just be fascinating to me, but nobody ever knew Rogue's name. It was never ever mentioned in the comics or anything. It was only mentioned when the films came out.
Ah.
So her name and her surname still isn't known, but her first name is Anna Marie.
Yes.
And did you know as well, having a geek out, that she wasn't originally a member of the X-Men. She was a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Oh.
No, because I didn't even know what the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants was.
Led by Magneto and Mystique.
Ah.
There you go.
This is quite interesting.
It is.
On front of Doctor Doom's Fearfall, you will of course find Doctor Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
Yeah,
Very narcissistic character.
Yeah, he was up all night thinking of his supervillain name, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I have 5 and 9 is Hobgoblin.
I believe, I could be slightly wrong on this, but I believe the original Hobgoblin was Norman Osborn. But Green Goblin has had many different people take over his persona as each one of them has died.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
At the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, we have Spider-Man.
Yeah. Everybody must know this. That's Peter Parker, photographer for the Daily Bugle.
Yes. And about 12.
Yeah.
And the comic book store, we again find Storm. I find it strange how she's in 2 different places.
Yeah, Storm, Aurora Monroe. I think part of the reasoning behind that is that have you been on Stormforce Acceleratron and
died? Yes,
I haven't been on it. No,
yeah, puked.
Oh no, didn't go fast enough for me.
It did for us. But if you listen to the audio, Professor X, I guess much like Cerebro, the machine that he uses to amplify his powers, he's built Acceleratron so that humans can be used in it nicely and friendly and harmlessly to use their energy to amplify Storm's energy. And Storm takes out Magneto because he's on the voiceover as well. Mm-hmm. And then on the front of the store there is Storm taking out Magneto.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I knew there was a reason we invited you on this show.
Yes.
But you know, how many times have we been in Marvel Superhero? Darrell's been like twice, and he's like, I know this and this and this. And I actually listened to the audio on these rides rather than just trying to hold my dinner down.
I was too busy making it go faster and screaming.
Yes.
Plus, this is the last 25 years of reading comics and watching cartoons.
So, yes, as Darrell said there, you'll also find Magneto.
Who is Eric Lensher, Magneto, who's another fascinating fact for you, whose kids are actually, he has 2 kids, are actually the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting how the Marvel Cinematic Universe got round not having the X-Men as part of their roster.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. But they have 2 kids.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, they used them as enhanced in the new Avengers movies because they couldn't use Xavier. Or Magneto, I mean.
Yeah, probably so, yeah.
Interesting. I'm learning lots of new things here. And a character that, I'll be honest, other than Marvel Superhero Island, I have never heard of, the Submariner.
Well, his real name is Namor Mackenzie. He's Atlantean, so much like Aquaman.
Yeah, the better one.
And he's allegedly Marvel's first ever superhero.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I think as well is probably why, if I remember rightly, you know where the meteor has hit on the island, and you've got these 6 giant prongs coming out of it with all the different characters painted on them. Namor's pretty top placed, which is probably to do with the fact that he was the first ever Marvel mutant.
Makes sense. Cool.
Does indeed. Don't know why. You should have this one.
I know.
Auntie Anne's Pretzels. Doc Ock.
Doc Ock.
Yeah.
That sounded like something else then, sorry. His real name is Otto Octavius, and he's basically your typical mad scientist. Dealt a lot with atomic physics, which is why he built the 4 extra arms that he's got, because they're radiation proof. And they're controlled by the brain, so it was to assist him in his research and his production and stuff.
Because he's actually fighting Spider-Man at that point. If you look, the whole thing's like stretched between the entrance to that and where he is.
Yeah. Now, I've always liked his name, because it's Octavius, and obviously he's
Octavius.
And he's added the 4 extra limbs, so he's got 8 limbs. From years ago, I thought that was quite, it's very subtle, and I like things like that.
Yeah. You can see that popping in Stanley's head.
Yeah.
Now, from the world famous fruit stand, we have Electro.
The first Electro, again, he's another one that's had a lot of personas, but the first Electro was Maxwell Dillon.
Okay. That name's
Struck
familiar.
by
I don't know
lightning.
why.
Yeah.
Okay. And this one's going to be a hard one. Iron Man.
Ooh, can I come back to you on a later podcast? He's obviously Tony Stark, the billionaire entrepreneur and playboy.
Yeah, the Marvel version of Batman.
Yeah.
On the Captain America diner, we have, of course, Captain America.
Who is Steve Rogers, super soldier.
Of course. MODOK.
Yeah, this is a weird one. His real name is George Tarleton. I think I've pronounced that right, of Tarleton. He was basically, there's an organization called AIM, which is Advanced Idea Mechanics, who were working on creating the Cosmic Cube. George was like a lesser technician, and he was experimented on by the other scientists who were desperate to find out what the cube was all about. And his name actually stands for Mobile Organism Designed Only for Computing.
Does anyone want to tell him that a K doesn't stand for computing?
No. Listen, Lee. Hold your horses.
All right.
You tell him.
When he went a bit psycho and took his revenge on the scientists who sort of harmed him and used and abused him, and it was MODOK himself that changed the C to the K, so he became the mobile organism designed for killing.
Ooh.
There you go.
I'm enjoying this. I'm finding out some really geeky stuff. It's awesome.
I feel so sad.
No, it's brilliant. This is, you're joking, we talk about theme parks every week. This is what we do. And of course, Thor is on there as well.
Thor Odinson.
Yeah, of course he's Odinson.
Really,
That makes sense, yeah.
I saw that light bulb of
Oh, yeah.
realization there.
I felt there was a bit of a pause then. Thought, have I got that wrong?
I don't know, I kind of thought he should have added, of course his name's Thor, isn't he? He doesn't actually have a superhero alter ego. That's his name.
Yeah. The ice cream shop has Iceman.
Of course.
Another one of my favourites, Iceman, is Bobby Drake, who had a bit of a fling with Rogue.
Yes.
And did you know as well that he's in another comic timeline, but a very recent one? He's the latest superhero to come out as gay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was after Rogue. Oh, God, it's Anna Paquin. She's enough to turn anyone gay.
Yeah, just kind of down south.
I can't stand her, I'm sorry.
Rogue?
Yeah, no,
Really?
Anna Paquin.
Oh,
That's
Anna
not
Paquin.
Rogue. That's
Paquin.
just.
I don't like her.
Wish you would pack it in.
Paquin. I call her Paquin.
Well, because you want to send a pack in.
I just don't like her.
We know.
The outdoor queue of Spider-Man, we have a statue of J. Jonah Jameson.
Yep, which is his real name. He's the editor-in-chief of the Daily Bugle.
Come on, we want geek cred. What does the J stand for?
Oh, I think it's James. James Jonah Jameson. I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest.
Ooh, they got sloppy at the end.
It would have been.
Come on, Chris.
It would have been funny if it was like Homer. He spent
It's
all
just
that time looking to find out what J stood for, and it was J.
Yeah. One of you guys tell me what it stands for.
John.
You're just making this up now, aren't you?
According to Wikipedia,
Oh, the very reliable source.
it is John Jonah Jameson Jr.
There we go. I've
it's
learned
4
something
Js.
as well. I know he shouts a lot and throws papers and pencils around.
It says Jameson is also the father of John Jameson, the Marvel Universe supporting character who, in addition to his job as a famous astronaut, has become Man-Wolf and
Man-Wolf.
Star God. Jesus, their names, aren't they?
Yeah. Somebody spent a long time thinking those up.
Star God. Interesting. But yes, speaking of those art pieces among Superhero Island, and of course, when that land eventually gets pulled down and they put DC Land in there, I want one of those. But it's quite commonly known among theme park nerds, such as ourselves, that the artists weren't allowed to sign their artwork for those character cutouts. And Adam Kubert, who did all of them, I think, still managed to sneak his first name in there. So next time you're in Marvel Superhero Island, go and have a look and you'll find sneaky little Adams written in creases of clothing, in like fist hands. It's very clever.
Yes, very, very subtle.
I am trying to get hold of Mr. Kubert at this point to try and have him on the show. Right. I am trying to decide what to do right now because we've still got a lot to cover.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And we're about 50 minutes in.
Ooh.
So I feel that we might... Darrell, would you be available in 2 weeks to carry this on?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Does that make sense to everyone? Chris, are you all right with that?
Yeah, it's cool with me.
Awesome. Right. Well, this was going to be a lot longer because we've still got quite a lot to cover. What? Are you all right?
No, I'm fine. I've just got to... I actually have a question.
All right, then. So
For Darrell.
Originally, we had a lot more to get into in this episode, but we've gone quite a long time. So with Darren not being here, I think we're going to put this off for another 2 weeks and we'll wrap the rest of this episode up in 2 weeks' time. But Tracy, you said you had a question for Darren.
Yeah.
Darrell. Sorry.
Yeah, Darrell, yes.
Darren and Darrell.
Yes, they're very alike.
There's only 2 letters difference.
Yeah.
And different accents and time zones and
They're on the internet.
to different people.
Anyway, yeah, I know. Get on with it.
Anyway, so as I was going through all my photographs and things, in Spider-Man, you know, as you're going through, you have your ride zones. So obviously, your scoop is taking you off to different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where each zone would take you? Even though technically all take you to the same place, but we're playing along with the universe here.
As in one to another?
There are 6 zones, and each one has zone 1 and a different area of New York it's going to take you to.
I'm guessing Manhattan.
Which one's that?
That's the one where you're falling off the building.
But which zone is it?
Oh, gosh. I don't know, I was too excited. I was too busy clapping. And
I don't even know what she's talking about at this point.
I'm a bit lost too. I'm just going to say zone 3.
Oh, that's good. Cheers, guys. I couldn't even tell you which order you meet members of the Sinister Six in because I was just too busy happy clapping.
Well, I don't think I think it's more as if you were going on an imaginary subway, to be honest, or something like that. I can't. My photographs don't show me enough of
in
it.
the sewers.
Because I'll be honest.
You're in the back alleys at the beginning where you
Hang on, no, this isn't what I'm saying. I want to know what the signs say. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why I don't have a photograph of number 1, I have no idea, and I need to know what it says.
Ah, right, got you.
Spider-Man's back alley.
However, if you could name the other 5 places in no particular order, that would be cool.
Places?
Yeah, which these zones are areas of New York.
We said Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan's 1. That's zone 6.
Long Island.
Is zone 4. I asked Darrell.
Isn't one of them the bridge? There's a bridge in there, isn't there?
Which bridge?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Just name a New York bridge. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Go. See?
Zone 3.
But don't you meet Hydro Man as well? So
that's in a sewer.
In the sewers, yeah.
So I'm now wondering if these are the order of what you go through. Do you end in Manhattan then?
Obviously.
The Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
So you come out the sewer and then...
We weren't supposed to be talking about the bloody rides.
I know, but this, it's not. I thought this would be quick, to be honest.
He's a nerd about the comics, not the bloody ride.
I know, but,
That's us.
Yeah, exactly, and we don't know either,
You
Chris.
two help out.
Man, she didn't ask you. Chris, did you know?
No.
No.
This is what happens when Lee goes on the rides I won't go on. I walk around and take photographs.
So you see a completely different side of it.
Completely. Because I'm not stupid and I don't do Dr. Doom. I just take lots of photographs in the alley. I will try and find out what zone 1 is and I'll come back to that next time.
Do. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yes,
I'll try
of
and
course.
find out.
It wouldn't surprise
It wouldn't
me if
surprise
it's Hell's
me.
Kitchen.
Yeah,
There's a back alleys.
definitely.
We have Staten Island and the Bronx as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I will try and find that out, and it'd be interesting to see if it is actually the order that you go through the ride in.
See, I know we weren't again. We said we weren't going to talk about the rides, but if you look in the Q video for Spider-Man, obviously all the way through the ride itself, it talks about the vehicle being the Scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at the Q video, it refers to it as the Spider, Spyder, and it's it's a what's it called when it's not an anagram? What is it?
Acronym.
Acronym.
Yeah. So it's S.P.Y. So it obviously stands for something, and I have Googled the hell out of it, and I cannot find out what it means. But I am hoping to have someone on the show at some point who worked on said attraction, and then we will ask him. Is everybody done? Anything? Want to say anything else?
No, I won't.
No, thank
say
you.
that
For
again.
next time. No, it's been what?
Enjoyed it. Really did, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
You know your crap about Marvel.
Crap.
Hey,
He
we'll
has
have less of the
convinced
crap,
himself.
thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Well, we shall see you back here for part 2 of this in 2 weeks' time. But for now, for Tracy, Darrell, and Chris, I've been your host, Lee. And we'll see you next week.
Cut, print. That's a wrap for another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.